Thank you to the donors for supporting the channel. The link to my Ko-fi is in the description below. There was a morning in 2013 where, while I was waiting for one of my college classes to start, I was eavesdropping on a conversation some of the other students were having. One student was talking about how her dad, who is the principal of a school, would dress every Halloween as Dumbledore because both of them were headmasters. But in 2007, J.K. Rowling dropped the news that Dumbledore had been gay the whole time. So that fall he went to put on his Dumbledore costume, and she said, maybe not this year, now that he's, you know. When it comes to discussing whether Dumbledore is gay, there have been a few evolutions in the yes argument over the years. One of the first reactions was to point to the announcement and gloat. It's important to recognize that all sorts of people are gay and that gays are everywhere. And while on a petty level I don't want people who hate gays to enjoy nice things, I do feel this discourse centers the wrong people. Dumbledore is not gay. See, in order to describe somebody by a quality, you actually need to have evidence of that quality. There's more evidence of Nick Carraway from The Great Gatsby being gay than Dumbledore. Sometimes people respond by saying, well, the reason why we don't have any evidence of Dumbledore being gay is because he was the headmaster of the school and it would have been really weird and inappropriate for him to have conversations with Harry about his sexual orientation, but that is nonsense. I always knew which teachers were gay. They didn't sit down and have a conversation with us about how they found themselves and who they had a crush on, but we knew. Other times people respond to that with, well, J.K. Rowling was the author, so if she says that he's gay, then he's gay. That's right, she was the author. She had the power to put that in her books, and she chose not to. I don't know anyone who still regards Dumbledore as a gay icon, especially now that we've had 2 movies about his relationship with Grindelwald, and that aspect of their relationship wasn't covered at all. While it's tempting to point to all of the queer characters whom the queer community have gravitated to over the years as examples of what good representation looks like, I'd rather point right back to the people who still think Dumbledore is gay. What about this situation makes them think this is good enough? The conclusion I come to is that Dumbledore represents a kind of queer identity that many gravitate towards. He's non-political, non-sexual, and he never talks about it, even though the main thing he teaches Harry is that love conquers all. During my college years, I met several people who were okay with gay people generally, but whose ideal gay never brought it up. One person even told me about a friend of his whom he did not know was gay until he showed up one day to hang out and brought his boyfriend with and introduced him to everybody. He ended this story by lamenting that more gays weren't like this, a person with a boyfriend but without politics and opinions. For people who just don't want to hear about a man loving another man, the ambiguity of Dumbledore's gay identity isn't a flaw. It's their favorite part of it. Thank you all for watching to the end. Don't forget to subscribe.